So why does everything always come to this? Why is everything always we're going to have boxing matches and fighting? And not to ruin this, I know we are going to make this happen. There's going to be 5 guys against Aaron. But when we're doing comedy
That's every
shows,
Saturday for me.
when we're clowning people, why does it always turn into, oh, you just want to beat me up, don't you? It's like, no, we watch.
I know you guys want to beat the shit out of me. I'm the worst guy on earth. I'm the worst guy on earth. You guys have tried to bring me down.
Finally, yes, Tukey wants him. Get Tukey, let Tukey at him.
Tukey is violent. He's not like the rest of us.
I cannot imagine walking around going, yeah, I mean, that guy just probably wants to fight me. Like, whose life is like that? First of all, you have to do some self-reflection then. If everyone you can think of must want to fight you logically, even though none of them have put it to voice, like you have to realize that you must be just an absolute. He would tell me stories about how good he was at selling ads on the Steel Toe Morning Show for radio. He's like, yeah, I mean, it's so easy to just get ads. I was so great at it. And while I was on radio, I was free to just do this. On YouTube, I want to get back to radio so I can sell ads again. It's like, you could sell ads for your YouTube show.
Yeah.
Why do you need to sell ads on radio only? Oh, it's because the radio station is what they're buying the ad for. No one's buying the ad for Steel Toe. It's because it's on like 92.9 or whatever it is.
Right.
Like, but
Nick, did Aaron ever talk about how much money he would get for ads? Because Carl and I were having a disagreement. Carl doesn't think that $400 a month.
It's not $400 a month.
He would get for ad payments.
That's not enough.
Did he ever talk about this or with April or anything else?
That's it.
$400 a month?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
That's the same.
Because I heard that and I was like, wait, really? I would get I get between 500 and 1,500 a video.
Yeah.
To do a 60-second ad read.
Right.
Like, I'm not 400 a month, and you do one every show, and he'll
And this is what he's currently getting for like Midland and stuff. Do you think, or
I don't know what he's getting now. I know that was the number that was bandied about, and that might have been an aspiratory number. Like I it's like I can't confirm it. I don't have any way to do so. I just know what he said, and when I talked to April about. But it's like, wait, that's all you're getting? Because if people who are watching aren't familiar, he does the radio thing where he'll set aside and he'll be like, and well, thank you for today's sponsors. It's like, no, these are just the sponsors of the show ambiguously, and they pay some monthly fee. But he
doesn't send them the spots. Like when you have real sponsors, they want to like get the time codes. Is the episode out? Yeah, it's this time code. You can go back and hear it. They need to like prove to the boss that it ran and stuff like that. He's not doing any
promotions. They have specials.
Right. There's promo codes. Yeah.
He also talks about going
copy with at least like main points. So like, look, this month, the towing place, like, yeah, this month we're gonna have, we're gonna give you your first 18 miles for free. Or whatever, and we'll give you an oil change. Like they'll have something. They'll be like, we really want to focus on that because we're trying to expand business in this direction or on this product. That's every single thing. That was always my thing with taking ads. Was I was like, well, I'll do an ad, but 2 things. 1, I want to try your product because I want free stuff, and 2, you can't tell me that I can't say something. Like if I want to make a joke about the Holocaust during your ad. Don't advertise on my show because I'll probably get drunk and do it by accident anyway.
The old merch clause.
So, Nick, I know you're very successful as a law tuber. How many towing companies did you have sponsoring your program?
Not any. Oh. They looked at me and they said, this man, if his car broke down, he would just carry it on his large shoulders.
Do you think, does All Care Towing go to Aaron and go like, how many listeners do you think you have in the 25-mile radius around our shop? Like,
well, probably all of them. If I had to guess, he's very proud of being a local show, like local heavy. I'm like, well, but why are you proud of having a local to St. Cloud audience? We're not talking about a high income area. Like it's not high population density. The
Especially in
overall
his house.
population of Stearns County is
No,
not.
but they are very racist and they love World War II talk. So he's got that going for him.
Well, I think they say do what you know, and his house is very low population and low income as well.
He's down to 300 people watching him in the evenings. Like, and it's an international
Sometimes
audience.
it's less than 200. Sometimes it's
Right.
like 157 if something else is on. If
The
Tukey's
proportion
on.
of that in St. Cloud would be like what, 30 people? If that.
It's gotta be really low. I'm like, I have no idea. Even if he has a high percentage of local listeners, like you having about above 10% on an internet show localized to a town of less than 100,000, it would be massive. Like it'd be huge. He acts like they're all just carryover fans from the radio. It's like, buddy, you probably only had 40 actual radio listeners. Like it's radio. People throw it on.
There are things too that like when you need a tow, you're calling the closest tow place.
Yeah, whatever.
If you're
comes up
not
on
calling
Google.
AAA
Right,
or your
yeah.
roadside assistance or whatever, but like, and then if you have if you're a Minnesotan, you have a bar. You have a bar you go drink at in the winter. You're not heading over to Stoney's for their cornhole. Like you're not. This is insane what he does selling these. Now it's blatant just selling the gift cards because he said Cheetos dropped off the gift certificates this morning, the fresh batch of Glengarry gift certificates, and he's like Cheetos told him to shovel his
The
sidewalk.
leads are weak. The gift certificates are weak. You're weak.
I don't know the precise date that it'll all be done. I have a plea hearing on the 24th
Okay.
of January. So the way it works in Minnesota, I'll make a plea, a guilty plea on the 24th, and then that will then kick off a sentencing investigation by the court. They need to basically make sure that I'm not like lying about something or misrepresenting something, that the sentence that's agreed upon is appropriate. And then there'll be a sentencing hearing. That could be as short as a week. It could be another month. So probably in February, once the sentencing hearing takes place and I'm officially sentenced, then any conditions of that sentencing will kick off and get started.
God,
and
this
then,
takes forever. I want it to happen 3 months ago. This is ridiculous.
I wanted at my last settlement conference when we got everything worked out. I said, let's go. Let's just put it on the record right now. I would like to get started. I want to move on with my life. But I can't talk about the specifics of why, but part of my plea agreement involves something that the judge has to ask me specific questions on to make sure that I wasn't like coerced or threatened to do it. So,
Gotcha.
and the judge just wasn't prepared at that time to ask those questions. And this sounds like cryptic and weird, but it's not. Like it's just part of the process to make sure that my rights aren't being violated by a lawyer or by some other coercion or something like that.
Gotcha. So
Admit it. Say everything. Say everything you did. Why won't you say it? What are you afraid of?
It's like I've wanted to talk about like what happened forever, but you got to exercise your legal rights. And part of that, you just have to protect what you've got until the appropriate time.
we all understand that. Yes.
Yeah,
I
no
had
one
lawyer
questions
friends-
it.
Right.
I
But I already told everyone.
Nick, I need you to plea and get this done within a week. And this is 2 days after I get out of jail. They're like, within a week, you need to get this cleared up. I'm like, do you realize that I live in the smallest county you've ever heard of? And like, they're just not prepared to do it within a week. Plus, we didn't even start getting discovery until July.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like,
this
I don't
takes-
even
this stuff takes
know
forever.
actually what their case is. I have no idea. I can't just go in. Like, I physically can't go in and plead guilty to facts that I don't know
Right.
that exist.
But I told everyone the facts already. Just admit it.
Thank you.
Tell me when I'm telling
Tukey.
lies. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Because that's my follow-up question. When you were talking to Dick about this, you're like, what's your approach going to be? Because there's been every story we've heard has come from one perspective so far, and there are 3 other perspectives at least on
We've
what
got
happened.
one story from Nick's perspective.
How many more do you need?